Hey everybody, welcome to day 4 playing around with machine learning and image classifiers. Today is the day that you're actually going to get to put this on a real device and actually play around with it to see how well it works out in the real world. What you'll need to do is download the sample project that I've posted on PowerSchool Learning and that I've also pasted a link for in the description below. So you can see on my screen here, this is the downloaded file. You want to open that up and you will see that a little directory will pop up. You want to open up the ClassifyMyMeal Xcode project. Open it up on your computer. Now you'll see a lot of code here. You're not going to need to change very much here because there's only one line that you're going to adjust for your particular machine learning model, and that's going to happen, let's see, right here on line 25. And so you'll see here I have a ClassifyMyMeal model as part of this, but you have trained your own image classifier, and that file is available in a couple places. If you use the Create ML tool in Xcode, your model is actually going to be located right here, and you can actually just drag from here over to the Xcode file to move your file into the project. I've already done that, so I'm not going to do that. Oops. If you used a Swift playground to your training, then up here there's a little drop down, and it will allow you to save your model to some directory. So for example, documents. If I hit save, it has now saved that file to my documents directory. Where is it? Somewhere in there. There it is, right there. So same sort of thing. You would drag that right into the project. You can see the name of my trained model is ClassifyMyMeal with parentheses. If yours was named instead my model, then what you would do is in this file, the Vision Object Recognition View Controller, big mouthful, you would change this instead to be my model right here. Okay, so that just has to match your trained classifier, the thing you've been working with over the last couple of classes. Now there are a couple other things that you're going to need to do. For some of you, this is the first time that you will save an app to your device. So you might have to do a little bit of work here to get it working. So the first thing you want to do is click on the project file in the Explorer, go to Signing and Capabilities, and make sure that you have signed in to your Apple ID. Your Apple ID gives you the ability to upload code onto a physical device. And so follow the instructions there to log into your Apple ID, and what you'll ultimately need to do is select the team and just select your personal Apple ID when it pops up here. That's the first thing. The second thing, because you are uploading this to a real device, you need to be able to compile to the iOS version that your device is actually running. So my phone is running iOS 13.3. Xcode could compile this for iOS 13.4, but if I do that, it's not going to show up because my phone is not at 13.3. If your phone is on iOS 12, then you want to make sure that you select the correct version of iOS in this menu. And the same thing could be if you want to upload it to an iPad instead, you can do that. You would just want to make sure you select iPad there. All right, so everything is looking good right there. All right, so once you have changed the name of the model in the code right here, all you really need to do is hit play, and it will upload the code to your device. So before this actually works, I realize I should explain how you connect the device to your computer, because again, some of you haven't done this before. So I have a lightning cable, just normal lightning cable that you use to charge your computer, and you plug it in to your device, and so I have it running right over there on my desk. and when you have it plugged in, you need to make sure that your device is unlocked. If you go into this menu then, and it is unlocked, and you have made this a trusted computer, you should see the device there in this list. So select that, and then when you're ready to actually upload to your computer, you hit the play button. So let's actually do that. Okay, and so now the app is running on my computer, on my phone, and you can see here that it is running the app, and it is identifying breakfast. Oh, this is really trippy. Woo. Check that out. So you can see it is identifying me as breakfast. I'm not sure if that's if I should take that as a compliment or what, but that's just the reality. So now that I have this running, I can actually move this around and see how it works. So let's try it out. Okay, so what I have here is I have the folder open on my computer, and I'm just going to move my phone over some of these training pictures, just see what it does. I am in my, I guess this is the testing folder, and so I'm just holding this over the photos, and you can sort of see that it is real-time trying to classify it. So this is one of the ones that it was having trouble with. Sometimes it's lunch, sometimes it's breakfast. That's sort of a hybrid. And these were the pancakes. Now, the pancakes initially, it was saying was breakfast, so I don't know why it's getting something different there. So let's go back out, and let's look at some of my additional photos. Okay, and so breakfast, that's interesting. The waffle, definitely breakfast. In a previous video, I think I showed this one. This was the salmon. It says that one is lunch. Let's see one of the ones that was sort of tricky. So that one, the sandwich, classic lunch. The pizza, it was definitely showing that was breakfast. Okay, and this is actually, I think I picked this one because it's like a pizza sandwich. So it definitely sees that as lunch. Now this is really fun. It says that this is breakfast, but watch if I take my hand and I just sort of cover up that yellow part, it's lunch. Breakfast. It's not sure. Lunch, definitely lunch, because it just sees the sandwich. Pull that away, and it's going back and forth. So this is working just with the test images. Let's go look in my refrigerator. All right, so I have a few other things, and again, I'm just so excited that this is like real time telling me what I'm looking at. So this was actually our dinner yesterday. This is something called Tomato Party. It's couscous and tomatoes and cheese and everything. It says that is definitely breakfast. I mean, it looks like eggs. It's not really a surprise. This, it says is breakfast. That's again a Tippy's burrito, half eaten. And that is a chocolate bunny for Easter from yesterday. It definitely says that as breakfast, which I think is the right answer. So, interesting thing. Breakfast, when it's just a piece of bread by itself, on the side, it suddenly is looking a lot more like a sandwich. So I'm wondering here. Let's see. Oh, from that view, it looks like lunch. Breakfast, lunch. Breakfast, lunch. This is so fun. All right, so that was pretty fun. I am hoping that you can get the app on your device and can play around with it and experiment. I want you to try doing this with your classifier and see what happens when you try to run it out in the world. And I'd like you to record your own screen recording of you running around and taking a look at the different things that you try to classify. In case you don't know, the way you do this is you swipe down from the top over here, and you should have an option right here for screen recording. If you don't, I'll show you how to get it there. And so you click and hold it. You can select the microphone to be off or on right here. And so in order to make it so that you can talk on top of it, you want to probably enable that. And then this will make it so that you can just save it to your photos. If you don't see it there, inside Settings, this is the Settings app. So Settings app right there, and then you can go to Control Center and Customize Controls, and you want to make sure that screen recording, which is right there, is selected. So have some fun with this. Go around your house, bother your parents or your siblings or whoever, and experiment with your very own image classifier. See you later.